Are you considering moving to Cary, North Carolina, and wonder if it's a good place to live in 2023? Let's talk about it. I'm Sir Ashley, your go-to realtor and investor in the Carolinas, and if you're thinking about relocating to the Triangle area, you may want to consider Cary, North Carolina. Cary is growing in popularity, and my team and I, we've helped a lot of people move to Cary, Apex, Raleigh, and the entire Triangle area. So we absolutely know firsthand the good, the bad, and indifferent about working, living, and playing right here in Cary, North Carolina. Before we get started, if you're wanting to buy or sell a home in North Carolina or South Carolina, please go to the link in the description and you'll be asked a couple questions, and myself or a team member will reach out to you ASAP. According to niche.com, Cary is the #2 best place to live in all of North Carolina. Cary is located just west of Raleigh, North Carolina, and just south of Mooresville, and is in between Raleigh and Apex. Now let's first touch on the good things about Cary, North Carolina. The #1 positive, in my opinion, is its location. If you've been to the Triangle during rush hour, you know that traffic is an absolute nightmare. But if you live in Cary, it won't reduce all of your stress as it relates to commuting, but it will alleviate a significant portion of your stress. Because you have quick or quickish, depending on where you live in Cary, access to highways 540, 440, and Highway 40. And if you need to make a quick trip to Apex, you can get there with ease. And if you need to go to Durham, simply jump onto Highway 40 or 540 and you'll get there in no time. But if you have to make the trek to Wake Forest or Clayton during rush hours on a frequent basis, Cary might not be the ideal location for you. And if you're a frequent traveler, meaning air travel, you'll be relieved to know that Cary is only 10 to 15 minutes away from RDU, the Raleigh-Durham International Airport. Now, let's talk about shopping and things to do in Cary. But before we do so, please know, yes, I'm going over the highlights, but later in this video, I'm going to tell you about the warts of Cary, North Carolina. So stick around. Now, the shopping in Cary has definitely increased and has gotten vastly better over the years. I remember when the shopping was abysmal. I mean, desolate. But nowadays, if you're in Cary, you want to hit up Waverly Place. Now that shopping area has restaurants, boutiques, and it frequently has events for the entire family throughout the year. A few examples of the events are a Christmas tree lighting in November, a wine and brewery walk, which take place about every quarter, and there's also live music and bands in the park. And if you're a Whole Foods fan, you know who you are. That can be found in Waverly Place in Cary. Now, I can't talk about shopping in Cary without talking about Fenton Shopping Center. That's another place you must check out. If you're visiting or if you're staying or thinking about moving to Cary, you need to check that out. Like Waverly, this area has stuff for the entire family to enjoy. But Fenton is in the heart of Cary and has shops, restaurants, bars, and even a luxury movie theater. Now, I'm a movie buff. I like going to the movie theater often. And when I mean luxury movie theater, it has extended legroom, an expanded food menu, and a bar lounge. This is the movie theater you want if you're an adult and enjoy movies. Now, to round out the shopping in Cary, there's also Crossroads Plaza and the villages of Kildare, as well as Parkside Commons for all your shopping needs in Cary. Now, I almost forgot. Some of you locals would have been very disappointed in me if I did not mention this. If you support local businesses, which I hope you do, there's a monthly farmers market that features local food trucks, local beers, crafts, arts, edible goods, music, and more. It takes place the second Sunday of every month from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Fidelity Bank Plaza in Cary, North Carolina. To you locals, I am sorry I almost forgot to mention that. Now, let's touch on housing and housing prices in Cary, North Carolina. Now, for about $630,000, that will get you a single family home that's about 3 to 4 bedrooms and 2 full baths. And if you're wanting new construction for a 3 or 4 bedroom that's a single family home, you're looking to spend right around $900,000. Now, I know those prices I just mentioned, $630,000 and $900,000, just made a few people queasy because that is expensive. But townhouses are more affordable in comparison. You can buy a brand new townhome in Cary, 3 or 4 bedroom, and those are presently priced right around $500,000. But you can find resale townhouses in the high 200s to the mid 300s. Now, I must say, there is a vast and noticeable difference between the haves and have-nots in Cary, North Carolina when it comes to housing. Now, let's talk about entertainment. This is my favorite part of these videos because I briefly touched on it a little while ago. I talked about shopping and the movie theater, but let's dive in. Not too long ago, Cary, North Carolina was in Money magazines as one of the top best places to live. Cary, North Carolina is home to the USA Baseball National Training Complex and is also a hot spot for soccer right here in North Carolina. It has the North Carolina Football Club and North Carolina Courage, which is a pro soccer team. Cary, North Carolina is also the summer home of the North Carolina Symphony. Now, if you come to Cary hungry, remember you're in the South here. They're gonna feed you. You're guaranteed to leave happy because Cary has over 200 dining options, including, but not limited to, some restaurants that are owned by Michelin star recipients. Talking about top notch. Now, if Michelin star restaurants and dining is not your thing, don't worry, Cary still has you covered because you can get floats and hot dogs from one of the local spots that's been around since 1957. And I can't move on from this topic without talking about the breweries right in Cary. They have some award-winning breweries. I'm thinking of Bond Brothers Beer Company. It's a microbrewery and tap room that specializes in sours, IPAs, and stouts. There's also Fortnight Brewing Company, which is a brewery based on some English-inspired recipes. The community of Cary is surprisingly tight-knit. The Parks and Rec Center of Cary has several events throughout the year, from a Martin Luther King Dream Fest weekend to a daddy and daughter dance in February. It has several Diwali celebrations, and this one made me smile because I didn't know about this one. They even have tabletop tennis championships. So pretty much whatever you want to get into, Cary has it and can fit your fancy. Now, I told you I was going to talk about the warts of Cary, so enough of the sunshine and rainbows of Cary, North Carolina. Now, I consider myself a straight shooter, and although I'm constrained a little bit by license law, yes, I am a licensed real estate agent in North Carolina and South Carolina, I will share with you the facts concerning Cary, North Carolina. Cary, as we presently know it, was formed in the mid-1800s to late 1800s, and its original appeal and industry was built by slaves building the railroad because Cary connected Goldsboro, North Carolina to Charlotte, North Carolina, and those railways, as I said, were built by slave labor. And although slave labor helped Cary become the hub in North Carolina that it is today, the diversity in Cary is as follows. According to census.gov, the population of Cary is 63% white, 8% Black or African American, 20% Asian, and 8.3% Hispanic or Latino. If you're looking for nightlife entertainment, Cary might not be the place for you. Cary is very family oriented, and as such, most restaurants and businesses will close at around 8 or 9 p.m. So if you're looking to get out past 10:30 or 11, Cary might not be for you unless you're okay with jumping into an Uber or a Lyft just to go out into Raleigh to have a good time. So if you're not willing to travel at night to have a good time, Cary might not be the best option for you. Another glaring negative about Cary, North Carolina is the fact that there's always, and I do mean always, something under construction. Now I get it, it's a growing city, it's attracting new people on the daily basis, and its infrastructure needs to grow to be able to handle this growth, but I would be lying if I did not say that all the construction all the time is a little frustrating and off-putting. The last con that I'm going to mention as it pertains to Cary is its cost of living. It's expensive to live in Cary. Now, Cary may be more affordable than some of the surrounding areas in the Triangle, but compared to the national average, it's very expensive. If you're starting out, or if you're a younger couple, you may find the cost of living in Cary to be too much and out of your comfort zone. According to the website HomeSnacks, Cary is the #1 wealthiest city in America. Quickly, let me touch on the weather. I mean, Cary is in North Carolina, and it is in the South, so you probably know what to expect. Summers are very hot, Not as hot as Texas, not as hot as Arizona, but it gets to the high 80s and the winters are mild. Now, originally, I'm from upstate New York, but I moved to the Carolinas back in 2002. So comparing those winters from upstate New York to the winters here in Cary, I will have to say that winters are extremely mild. They're so mild, in fact, that just about 90% of the time, I am wearing shorts throughout the year. There's an average of about 3 inches of snow every year in Cary, North Carolina. So if you're thinking about relocating to Cary or the Triangle area, please do your due diligence, do your research, and find out if Cary, North Carolina will be a great place for you and your family. My team and I are here to help, so if you have any questions, or you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the area, please reach out to us. And in the meantime, check out one of these videos right here so you can learn more about the area as well. I'm Sir Ashley. Talk soon.